Alright guys, we're back with this part again, this really terrible part, this part that made me rage quit, this part that just reeks of an incompetence I have never seen before from a game development team ever, and further cements this Resident Evil game as being the worst Resident Evil game I have ever played. And on top of that, this is the single worst game I have ever played in my entire life as a gamer. And it was so bad, guys, that what I did was I replayed this game again. So I went from the beginning all the way to here, and I took some of the optimized routes. I ran past everything. I just scrounged for loot. I was just relying upon exploits and holes to a degree that I've never done before with any game ever, even with Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil 2 Remake. And I've come back here, and I still feel like I'm just in as bad a spot as I was last time. The only difference is I have more knives, because I didn't use so many of them against the El Gigante. Don't even bother using your knives against the El Gigante, and don't bother saving the dog. I can't even begin to tell you guys the amount of times I got stuck on the dog when I was trying to avoid the El Gigante's attacks. They turned such an iconic sequence into a shit show, and they have destroyed any incentive for me to even save the dog. They've destroyed any incentive for me to be a good human being, because in the process of doing so, I have to deal with a shitty gameplay mechanic in the middle of the El Gigante boss fight. And when you're using the knives on the El Gigante as well, even after like 4 knives, he still wouldn't fucking die. So don't even bother using your knives, just save up on them. You have no fucking choice in the matter. But having done all that, I then managed to get here, and then I got caught on that sequence that occurs where you go through the door and Leon's like, oh, we gotta remain stealthy, this and that, and like, you have enemies, like 2 enemies you can sneak kill, you have guys up top with Molotovs, you have a brood, you have a lot of enemies, and it's just not possible to do stealthily, because every time I tried to do it, either an enemy would just spot me out of the blue, I would trigger a combat status somehow, and I don't even know if the enemies can see Ashley or not, and Ashley just lags behind so much. Her AI is not capable of navigating the environment and keeping up with you. How could they make a worse AI system than what Ashley was in the original version of Resident Evil 4? At this point, Ashley from the original version of Resident Evil 4 has been put into a new perspective after seeing how shit her AI system is on this game. And I much prefer the AI system in Resident Evil 4 than this, and why you cannot tell Ashley to simply stay behind while you clear out enemies. Or when you can actually lure enemies and then you can get Ashley to come with you. Why would they opt to make Ashley a fucking roadblock, just someone you have to babysit? You're babysitting her more in this game than in the original version of Resident Evil 4. And they were like, oh, Ashley was just a second health bar that you had to babysit the entire time, and you could just leave her behind, this and that. Well, apparently their solution to this whole problem is not a solution. They were upset that people left Ashley behind to contribute to a good gameplay experience. And so in a manner similar to shooting yourself in the foot, or in a manner that is so apropos to being paradoxical in thinking, they make her stay with you the entire time, and she gets grabbed every time, and whenever the enemies grab Ashley, you can't make them flinch consistently. You have to shoot them repeatedly in order to get a fucking stun. Or you can just use the knife on them, but the justification for that is for poor reasons. I know there are people in the original version of Resident Evil 4 that hated the idea of not having an instant kill option on the Ganado when they grabbed Ashley, but new Capcom put this mechanic in, and they just made it the sole way to actually ensure Ashley stays alive. So that you can actually rescue her, this and that. So it's almost like new Capcom is acknowledging that there were people that hated the idea of there not being an instant kill option on a Ganado that has grabbed Ashley. And the way they've implemented it in this remake is to be like a massive fuck you to those people that actually had good ideas. And using the kitchen knives to actually save Ashley just isn't a good idea because it drains your durability so much. And so I'm just trying to shoot enemies in the leg to try to preserve my knife durability, and they will not fucking flinch. And a lot of the times on this difficulty, I'm just like trying to run to trigger autosaves, And whenever I restart the autosave, it logs Ashley's last place. So if she's all the way behind me, or if she's off in the distance somewhere, the autosave saves that. So she's trying to run towards me to get back to where I am, and she's ending up running into enemies in the process. They couldn't even have the decency to work around this poorly designed AI system by just using the autosaves on hardcore. But of course, that's not going to be an option, because professional difficulty removes autosaves. So I have to rely upon the typewriter saves. I can't restart to bypass this badly programmed AI system. Let it be known, guys, that this is the single most incompetent development team I have ever seen in gaming history, ever. I could get a 3-year-old to design this game, and it would be far more serviceable than what these incompetent developers designed for this fucking game. But I'll save more of this later on for the videos coming up. But right now, guys, I really wish I saved up on more ammo, and honestly, if you're going to be doing this game no merchant, you're far better off just crafting endless shotgun ammo. Just pistol ammo just isn't going to cut it. I was only doing it because, like, the developers were like, oh, this game is serviceable for pistol/knife only. So that's why I was crafting ammunition, and I just thought, oh, I can just, like, run past enemies all the time, all this kind of stuff, because that's what new Capcom's expecting you to do, it seems. Just treat this like it's not even a fucking game. It's like a fucking marathon in the Olympics, just jumping over hurdles mindlessly. Is that really how you want to view enemy types? Is that how you want to justify their existence? I have broken this game down to a rudimentary level. Something I have never done with any other game ever. Because the developers have just rushed this game out the door. This is a fucking cash grab, that's what it is. They are using the name of Resident Evil 4 for sale purposes. Not because they want to deliver a satisfying remake that respects the original. It's greediness at its finest. It's corporate greed at its worst. That's what it is. Honestly, me and the creative director of this game are gonna have words right before I punch him in the fucking face. And I hope he has a strong jaw right now. I really hope he has a strong jaw, because I'm gonna hit you really hard. So that you can actually get your brain readjusted to the rules of reality. But enough of that. Let's just get this fucking sequence done. I don't even know what's a better option. Should I just use handgun ammo? Should I use shotgun shells? Because I have knives. But at the same time, I can use the shotgun shells as well. Let's just see how this plays out.
I am flattered. I'm a one-lady type of guy.
Oh my god. It takes them so long to break down the door. But I'm not leaving Ashley in the locker, because every time I try to get to the door that has the crank, she comes out of the locker on her own. I'm not asking her to get out of the locker. She runs into enemies and gets grabbed. So that's why I need her here. Yeah, fuck you, Ashley. Just fuck you, you shitty AI system. I can't believe they think this game is serviceable for no merchant and handgun/knife only. Oh, come on. I keep pressing circle to revive her when it's actually R3. At least he's taking her in the right direction. Yeah, I need to heal myself. And then I need to craft more shotgun shells, but that's still a lot of gunpowder I have to use. She's still incapacitated? They lock her into that state? Yeah, I'm gonna make shotgun shells. I can't believe it, guys. I don't see the survival horror in this. There's nothing survival horror about babysitting a useless AI. And now he's taking her away because he's magically moving fast for some reason. Ah, great, he's transforming. It's still so dumb as well. I mean, clearly Leon knows that alongside using the knife to actually stop the enemies from transforming, he should know that he should break their necks as well. He's done it. He's done it with that one Ganado in that cutscene where he was with Luis. I know he did break the neck of the first Ganado and it was still going, but still though. Maybe it wasn't fully broken. I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, guys, like, Leon has to know of alternative ways of actually stopping the enemies from mutating that don't involve the use of the knife. But no, he's so clueless in this game. I can never tell which one is the right chainsaw girl.
Not bad, right?
And how can they even design these sequences this poorly and requiring an absurd amount of ammunition after the amount of ammunition I had to waste on that cabin sequence? And you not only have to place the crank in, you have to rotate it as well. Just waste your time even more. God, I mean, seriously, how is this fucking practical? Like, they couldn't even put a locker right next to that? Like, just grab this locker right over here and just bring it over to the fucking door, dude. There's just no options at your disposal. There's nothing. Like, I have to have this sort of creative mind to work within the confines of a badly designed game. Whenever you get touched by a Molotov, it fucks with Leon's movement for no reason. And she's gonna get grabbed. God damn it. Yeah, at this point, guys, it's gonna be like a flash grenade knife spam fest. That's what it is. I mean, seriously, how much forward knowledge of this game do you need to make it bearable? And, like, someone's gonna be like, oh, you're just bad, this and that. I've been playing this game effectively, dude. I even redid this to get back all the way over here. The amount of fucking forward knowledge you need. It's more than what is required of Dead Space. And Dead Space was originally the worst perpetrator of this kind of crap, with knowing the sections beforehand, before getting to them. But this is on the hardcore difficulty, one of the first available difficulties of the game. And I've had to waste so much ammo on badly placed Ganados, the fucking El Gigante, the stupid cabin sequence, and now this.
One lady type of loud.
Wrong person, dude.
Sorry.
Look at this. How that many shotgun shells and she's still alive after one knife execution. I got a kitchen knife at least. Too bad it means absolutely nothing. Yeah, you need like 2 flash grenades for this. And enough kitchen knives. Like, there are no wire traps anywhere. There's no bear traps, nothing. They don't bother making the sequence complementary to the survival horror and clever tactics or actually save on ammunition to avoid the bullshit spawns and the bullet spongy enemies. And I need to leave Ashley up here. I think that's a better option. Because every time I just try to keep her down there, she just gets grabbed all the time. Hey, the flash grenades are mandatory to make this fight less awkward. Why do you not give one before this encounter? That one's dead. But I think is it the right one I'm supposed to kill? I think it's the right one. I don't know. It's just not clear based on the cutscene. That's the wrong one. I need the other one, so I think she's the one that has the crank. Oh, is that another way into the building? Oh. But it still doesn't change what this section is. It's still gonna be a pain in the ass trying to get Ashley get out of here because her pathing is terrible, even though this shortcut is right here. It doesn't fucking matter. Wrong dude. And every time with this autosave, why can't I re-trigger the autosave? When I just go back there. You couldn't bother making it where I can re-trigger that autosave so that I don't have to keep opening up the shortcut again, over and over again. Remember what I said before with the inventory system? How it makes no sense that they don't let you store ammunition or anything else, like grenades? Because all that ammunition inside of your storage space is needed for bullet spongy enemies like this. This is why. Also with the El Gigante, also with the cabin sequence. Storage space is so badly implemented in this game.
Okay.
I would have been storing so much more ammunition to prepare for these situations. Oh my god. I mean, the chainsaw guy and the Bella sisters from Resident Evil 4 never took this much punishment. How the fuck is she still alive? She's fucking dead, I think. No, she's not. Of course not. Why would she be dead? Right? Because that's meant to contribute to the so-called scary experience that this game was going for. Or all these other dumb comments these fake Resident Evil players say. That's the wrong one. I need her. She's dead. At this point, New Capcom is just viewing everything as a joke. Or they've blurred the line between the joke and the actual reality of the situation.
Stay back. Come on.
Yeah, I'd much rather play Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 1 Remake than indulge in this.
Hey.
Like, why can't I just tell Ashley to get on this crank? Let me do that! Let me command Ashley to turn the fucking crank! Like, why am I supposed to be the only one to do it? In Resident Evil 4, they gave you command options with Ashley to allow her to do certain actions while you defended her. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna reload back here and just try to get something from the merchant, because right now this is just not working. This is what the game is making me do right now. Just like with fucking Moreau.
How have we procured these curiosities?
Forcing me to slot into the merchant to get a stupid sequence done, because the game couldn't be designed competently with no merchant in mind, to actually make this a true survival horror experience, to make you not rely upon damage upgrades, buy ammunition, crafting recipes.
I assure you, knowledge is power. Remember to give that the care it deserves.
Yeah, I'll just do this. Just fuck it. I can't do it anymore, guys. I really can't. Yeah, fuck this game. Fuck it. If they were going to force the merchant upon you like this, why did they make it an option? You know, rather than actually have the merchant in the first place, why don't you actually just scale our weapons up to a degree that feels on par with the old Resident Evil games? It's Occam's razor, for crying out loud. Here, you're using a gameplay mechanic given human form to upgrade your weapons to a realistic degree. And apropos to this, in a scenario that doesn't posit so many stupid explanations, you could easily be getting a gameplay experience that doesn't involve the merchant. Which is what they provided with so many other Resident Evil games beforehand. And every fucking time. Every fucking time. Hold on. I just want to get this stupid chapter done and just move on. Like, do you not want me to enjoy your game, new Capcom? Do you not want me to partake in your game?
Quietly.
Look at that. Again. The dude's crouched on the ground. I have to wait for him to actually get up off the ground before Leon does the correct stealth kill animation that doesn't drain so much durability from my knife.
We've got company. Keep moving, but quietly. Okay, you're good.
Okay.
Stick close.
No prob.
We're doing this.
Come on. Where are the other enemies? Why aren't they spawning in? Inconsistency, the game. Inconsistent Evil 4 Remake. That's what this game should be retitled as. And again, is this even a fucking game? He's still alive after 2 shotgun shells? And he's gonna transform. I don't want to waste a knife. I do have an autosave though, so whatever. Is it that hard to put in a command system for Ashley where she's the one actually like, manning the crank while I'm defending her? How could that slip their minds? Nice detection game. And that suplex detection is awful. Every time I'm trying to get behind an enemy when I've shot them in the leg, Leon does the wrong animation. After how many Resident Evil games? And they're making this kind of basic mistake? Resident Evil 5's detection on melee attack specific to being behind the enemies is 1,000 times better than how it is in this shitty game. Yeah, from now on, I'm just gonna be mainly crafting shotgun shells. What? Why did he do that? I wasn't even in the grab animation. They only do that if you get grabbed by an enemy. I'm gonna use the exploit. I'm far better off using the exploit. Because the developers are too incompetent to design good gameplay, so they make you use exploits. This is far below even amateur design. This is far below mental incompetency. Even Resident Evil 6, despite the numerous problems it has mechanically, it works so much better than this game. This game has one-upped Resident Evil 6 in terms of bad designs. I think I've been on this encounter longer than the El Gigante at this point.
I am flattered. But I'm a one-lady type of guy.
Leon, you're not amusing anymore. And honestly, guys, when I was even looking at a lot of the gameplay for Resident Evil 4 Remake, Leon was just saying jokes all the time, and it becomes so fucking annoying. Like, you've heard one joke, fine, two jokes, fine, but three jokes, it's just become too fucking excessive. I need the one that has longer sleeves for a shirt.
Present for you.
She's still alive? After 2 knives? And I get caught. Because the movement is just not very good. There's a fucking delay when Leon fires the shotgun that doesn't allow you to get back moving again. Like, why do they have this much life? What is it accomplishing? I don't understand what this accomplishes survival horror-wise.
What?
Increasing the enemy health never accomplishes survival horror. Every single game that has bloated HP for the enemies, they've never been scary. None of them have been scary, ever. Like, this game is bad at being a survival horror game. This game is bad at having, like, action elements in its survival horror experience. It fundamentally fails to satisfy both domains of its core gameplay. Not that there even should be 2 domains, because survival horror and action are pretty much the same thing, only, like, one is just aesthetically different to another. That's the wrong one. I need the other one, but she's gonna get leashed now. Why does your dead body still have a hitbox on it? So I was clipping on it. Jeez, is this game trying to make me mad? Like, how many more things do I have to deal with? Like, how much more shit do I have to put up with? How the fuck did she get grabbed? Like, again, is he just using the force? Like, what is this? Get over here, Ashley. If only there was a way to reset the spawn somehow. I got an autosave. Why? And of course, these enemies are still active even though I triggered their leashing. God, this would go so much more smoothly if Ashley could actually fire a gun, but even then, Luis had a gun and he was incompetent the entire time.
Watch out!
Like, how much more are they going to ruin from the original Resident Evil 4? How much more? How much more are they going to spit all over the legacy of Resident Evil 4? Resident Evil 4 set a new trend in gaming history that contributed to even better games. And this game has set a trend, alright. It's set a new trend in crappiness. It's redefined the baseline for incompetency. And that's why I say I've just never played a game like this, ever. He's gonna mutate. Or not. I do not have much time. gonna burn through all of my knives trying to do this. Because it's so badly designed. It's so cumbersome. Yeah, I should have just restarted the checkpoint like that. But of course, it's not gonna work on professional. Ah, but they're still active. What the fuck is this? Like, where the fuck do they come from? As soon as I get on the crank, they just come out of nowhere. At this point, this game is starting to feel more like a damage race. This game is just really trying to force the merchant upon you in so many stupid ways, and even with the merchant, it doesn't get past any of the other problems this game has. The legitimate problems this game has. On a fundamental level. Wow, she saved her. I'm just gonna keep getting this autosave over and over again. And just restarting. If it gives it to me again, though.
You alright?
Yeah.
No, it didn't give it to me. Come on. The autosave system is so drunk in this game. With when it chooses to give you an autosave or not.
Out of the way.
So watch, a bunch of enemies are magically going to appear out of nowhere. I'm lucky she did that move. If she did anything else, I was done for. This better trigger a cutscene. Please let this trigger a cutscene. At least I got an autosave, so I'm gonna reset. I finally did it, guys. Wow. I cannot believe anyone thinks this is challenging. Wow. Is your dick inflated at just conquering this insurmountable obstacle, this bloodletting mountain that's actually justified for existing? It wasn't just forged by aliens or anything like that. Harder challenges my fucking ass with hardcore difficulty.
No, I'm okay. I guess.
You did well back there.
Oh, fuck off with that bullshit, Leon. You did well back there.
I can't tell if that's meant to be a compliment.
What the hell did she do? Just sitting in a locker, getting grabbed by enemies, not keeping up with you. Just being a dimwit in general. Not just in general, just on a lower degree than being the typical dimwit. Wow, why couldn't I have gotten that flash grenade beforehand? They can't even design the ammo placements correctly to accommodate the combat situation you're dealing with. And all of a sudden we have a quiet moment. Again, the pacing makes no fucking sense with this game.
Alright. Come on.
Okay.
Where the fuck did you come from? You were not hiding behind the door. Where the fuck did you come from? And how the hell did Leon not hear you coming? You're a big guy. So fucking stupid. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose my sanity playing this game any further. With how absurd everything is.
Leon.
Soul requires cleansing. Come, child.
Ashley, run! Hurry!
Oh my god. Ashley's voice actress is so overly dramatic with everything.
Don't worry about them. Ashley!
Go fuck yourself, Ashley. Oh, I need... Oh, she's done. Whatever. Mission failed, really?
Hurry!
Come on, you idiot. Get over here!
Don't worry about them.
What the fuck? Why does it cue a death scene when she gets grabbed by Mendez? You can't shoot him and actually make him flinch and knock off Ashley? It just cues the death!
Hurry! Don't worry about them. This way. Okay?
I'm stuck.
Seriously, dude. Wow, what a troll. That's never like that on hardcore or any of the real difficulties for this game.
You're kidding me.
I'm good.
Then run! Close one.
Oh, this is not even... This is turning into something like a comedy. But not even a comedy. Like, I don't know how to explain it, guys. It's just like what happened with the Callisto Protocol. But this game is worse than the Callisto Protocol. I already said in the community post this was a 0.2 out of 10. Now it's dropped down to a 0.1. No, not 0.1. 0.005 out of 10. I can't do it. I can't do this, guys. I really can't. I say this and I'm still gonna persist onward. I have had more moments of silence to contemplate what to say next with this game than with any other game in existence. That entire chase sequence was badly designed. Ashley lags behind again. Mendez just grabs her and it just cues a death scene for no reason. You have enemies in your way. You have to rely upon the shotgun to get past the enemies. Look at all these large resources I have, and they're worthless.
Be careful.
This is where the fight with Torres Mendez occurs, because I saw in the leaked gameplay. I didn't see what the actual fight was like, but I know it's gonna be bad.
Cease pointless struggling. Abandon your body to the will of our God.
Why are they saying God? The Plaga is not just one massive thing. It's like, what, is there a king Plaga? I mean, I know there's a queen Plaga, but still though, I mean, the Plaga are a eusocial organism. They don't really have like a head body aside from the queen Plaga, but it's not exactly a god. Like, what is this? I don't understand why the Los Illuminados are trying to treat the Plaga like they're one entity. They're not.
You know that. Oh, Almighty.
He's just picking up his hat
Strength to crush your enemies.
while Leon's busy shooting him.
Son of a bitch.
Ashley!
Am I supposed to be intimidated by the fact that bullets don't make him flinch? How am I supposed to better appreciate that? I mean, I can understand him not flinching because of the fact that he's a strong enemy, this and that. But when every enemy doesn't flinch properly, and they have an absurd amount of life. This guy is nothing special. You've completely invalidated Torres Mendez as a special enemy type, as a boss figure.
Fine.
Okay.
And how did he even get here if the bridge was cut off?
Hasta luego.
God, I thank you for your gift.
You want to get ugly? Let's get ugly.
This is gonna be fucking awkward. This is gonna be really bad.
You should have known you were one of these.
Why the fuck are you saying that? I should have known you were one of the bugs? That didn't clue in immediately, Leon? That he was one of the bugs? Oh my god. Remember how in Resident Evil 4, Krauser told Leon, you catch on quick, as expected. Why is Leon not catching on quick to the presence of BOWs? And that the people he's been fighting are actually infected by the Plaga? Even this guy? That didn't occur to him? That this guy was infected? Why does Leon say the stupidest quotes ever?
We share the same.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do, game.
Behold, the miracle. You should have known you were one of the bugs.
He's just standing there. And there's a weak spot on his back. I just saw that. Why does he have an eyeball? This is not the G-Virus. Why the fuck does he have an eyeball? I mean, I know, I mean, again, maybe that's not relevant, though, because Sadler did have eyeballs as well. And why can you counter that? There's no reason to counter that if it's going to destroy your knife immediately. I can't... Look, I'm pressing circle while I'm aiming. It's a quick time event for crying out loud, and he refuses to do it. I have to drop my aim in order for it to work.
We share the same blood. Why do you resist?
Oh my god, that move is too fast. Just like the fucking El Gigante with his moves. Well, they're actually using the string soundtrack, like the exact string soundtrack from Torres Mendez's fight in the original Resident Evil 4. He jumped over it. Wow, if only he did that more often with attacks. Wow. What? Phantom fucking range! I even knew that attack was coming! And I prepared for it! Oh my god. Who designed this game? Like, the fucking grabs on this game just make no fucking sense. Oh my god. Why are you so fucking slow? Why does that not warrant a roll animation? Something! Like, how did the developers choose which moves get a quick time event or not? Oh, you can just run towards it, you don't have to evade it.
Beautiful.
And I don't know why, but there were just a lot of moments. Like, did you notice how he was not walking directly at me? I mean, the enemies do that sometimes, and I don't understand why. He's doing his judgment animation, so I need to get up.
You move quick for such a big bastard.
No, I'm not wasting my knife. I'm not falling for that trick, new Capcom. He's doing his judgment animation, I gotta move. I'm just flabbergasted that he's able to do that, and his tentacles don't clip into the geometry or anything. He doesn't bounce off the walls. That's so lazy.
Almighty Lord,
Whoa, I got very fortunate just then. He's not dead. He's gonna move on to his next phase. Oh, I didn't mean to skip that. What? What the hell? Fire just appears out of nowhere? God damn it! Stupid fire! God. They've ruined another iconic encounter! Vittorius Mendez was actually an intimidating encounter! Not just with his appearance, but his moves, the music. Now they're treating it like it's a... I don't know. It feels like they're trying to treat it like it's something out of an action movie, but it's not. It's not meant to be. This is gonna be really bad with the second phase. And I heard in a review of this fight that apparently he throws barrels at you. Okay, that is a far more extreme mutation. Like, what the fuck is this? Why the hell is this happening? It makes no fucking sense. This is not what the original Plaga would do.
Guess your tap dancing days are over.
Whoa.
Back at ya.
Whoa! God damn. I only have one first aid spray. Jesus fucking Christ!
Receive your judgment.
Hey! Watch where you're swinging those things.
Where does he even get those barrels from? That's so silly.
Bring your hammer down.
Like, how do you... God. You at least climb up here. He's throwing barrels. God damn it. Just jump out the... You can't jump out the window, Leon. I mean, what is this? Admittedly, this boss is definitely the better boss I've seen so far. He's the first decent fight, but there are some bad designs with them. Although then again, like, Delago was fine. Because it was more so a cinematic fight, where he just did the same thing, and your movements were always the same.
Guess your tap.
And then again, it is hardcore, so it's going to be infinitely worse on professional. So I can't say this fight is decent. But honestly, you're just better off just buying the rocket launcher all the time. For the bosses, because they just don't deserve any respect. They're so bullet spongy, there's so many poor designs with them. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how good the rocket launcher is on this game. Oh. It's so hard to tell what move he's doing. I thought he was doing the move where he was going to throw barrels at me, but it's just so confusing. And I don't understand why they removed the intimidation factor from his fight. Vittorius Mendez was actually intimidating in Resident Evil 4 OG. And now he's just a cliched missionary, just spouting a bunch of religious dialect and the like from his stupid religion with the Los Illuminados. And it's playing just really cheesy, godlike music with an action theme to it. I mean, it's just silly. I don't like this at all. Not to mention, you could end this fight easily with an incendiary grenade. Not with an incendiary grenade, you had to save at least 4 incendiary grenades to kill him. And you could also use the explosive barrel as well. And it rewarded strategic saving of your incendiary grenades.
Repent, child.
He's moving faster now. He's gonna jump here. Okay. He always has to go to the center in order to do that move. And I'm in the wrong spot, and there's fire right here. And it fucks with Leon's movement for some reason. Or not. Oh my god. This is so stupid. What a shit fight. I'm sorry. I said it was decent. That's a dumb fight. The first phase. I mean, it's okay. But there are some pretty dumb attacks like his grab. His grab has phantom range. And he has to get close to you, and you have to run to his left-hand side. You then have the other moves. And the other moves aren't so bad. It's just Leon's sluggish movement can get you fucked a lot of the times. And when he does the judgment move, and you're up top, and then you have to get back down in order to make his moves bearable. I mean, I don't know what his moves are like when you're up top, but, like, I had issues with those moves when I was up top. And then it's just... And he just throws stuff at you. He then does that jump move where he jumps towards you from the center of the arena and just, like, stabs at you. And then you have all those other moves, and it's just... There's fire everywhere. The fire is another contributing factor that makes this fight terrible. Because it just comes out of nowhere. And not to mention his life is insane. And once again, the game is really stressing upon you crafting nothing but shotgun shells. And then just running past all the enemies just to amass on ammunition. It just feels like I was, yet again, represented in this fight. And they've just ruined the intimidation factor with Torres Mendez. They've gone from a very intimidating encounter that could be done easily with 4 incendiary grenades, and so it rewarded strategic saving of ammunition, knowing how to deal with the previous encounters without using incendiary grenades. Not to mention you had the creepy music, you had Torres Mendez's appearance, a slow movement. And now it's this. It's so fucking cliched. He has to pray to God all the time, keep spouting out rubbish and nonsense that he's this missionary just praying to this God that he worships with the Los Illuminados' Plaga, this and that. And it's just become a really stupid action fight. Something you get in like an anime. It's so stupid. I just can't take this seriously. What the fuck were they thinking with this? How could you play the original Resident Evil 4 and not remake or reimagine the core aspects of this fight? It's dumb. And this fight was already bad enough on hardcore. It's going to be worse on professional. Guarantee it. Yeah, once again, guys, there hasn't been a single good part to this game, and the game is just wearing its poor designs like medals and calling it a hard challenge in the process. Come on, Leon could have easily busted through that window.
Leon! Quick! This place is coming down!
Give my regards to your god.
Leon, hurry!
More and more, this game is just making me hate everything.
You're welcome.
Thanks. This fire's bound to catch their attention. Let's keep moving.
Leon, I'm not gonna turn into one of them, right?
How many times are you gonna ask that stupid question again?
I promise.
Honestly. No, I'm still gonna commit to the pistol ammo. I can get more shotgun shells, I just gotta run past everything. Oh, here's the... I mean, this is not the exact truck that guy used. It's just a regular farm car. or whatever it's called. And they aren't being chased by enemies when they're getting in here.
What's going on?
Well, at least we don't have to worry about being followed. Come on.
This is beyond appalling with content and quality at this point. How many more iconic moments are going to be ruined in the pursuit of their corporate greed? Seriously.